So we'll continue the numericals on the oscillations and waves. In the previous class we have discussed to find the force constant and related with the spring. The numericals we have solved. The next numerical is a body of mass 500 gram is attached to a spring and the system is driven by a external periodic force of amplitude 15 Newton. Okay, so F is given and the mass is there and its frequency is 0.796 Hertz. Nu is given. The spring extends by a length of 88 millimeter, means X is given under the given load. Calculate the amplitude of oscillation of the resistance coefficient of the medium is 5.05 kg per second. So we have to find out, calculate the amplitude of oscillation if the resistance coefficient is given 5.05 kg per second and the mass of the spring is ignored. Now what are the given things? First, the mass which is attached is 500 gram. So if you convert, it becomes in kg, 0.5 kg. Next, amplitude of the force, applied force F is 15 Newton and the corresponding frequency is 0.796 Hertz. The extension which we have observed is 88 millimeter. X is 88 millimeter. If we convert in meter into 10 raised to minus 3 meter, then the resistance coefficient of the medium R, it is given here 5.05. So R is 5.05 kg per second. Now we have to find out, calculate the amplitude of oscillation, means A we have to calculate. Now to begin with this, the equation, the amplitude of the oscillation is given by this equation A, that is F by M square root of 4 B square P square plus omega square minus P square into whole square. So in this, the parameters which we are supposed to calculate are B, P and omega. So these parameters we have to calculate. So we'll, rest all they are given, these three B, P and omega. First we'll try to find the P, the angular frequency of the applied force. So angular frequency is given by 2 pi nu. P is equal to 2 pi nu, that is equal to 2 into pi into nu. The applied frequency is 0.796. If we substitute, it comes to be 5 radians per second. Next, the force constant K is equal to, we have calculated in the previous class, that K is equal to F by X. Here F is equal to M into G by X. So mass applied is 0.5 kg, G is 9.8 and the displacement is 88 mm or 88 into 10 power minus 3 meter. If we substitute, the answer comes to be 55.68 Newton per meter. This is the spring constant. Next, the natural frequency of oscillation of the body, the omega. If you try to find, omega is given by square root of K by M. The K value already we have calculated, 55.68. Mass applied is 0.5. So this comes to be around 10.55 radians per second. And the B, we have to calculate B also. B is equal to damping factor R by 2M. So this, the R is going to be 5.05. Yet the resistance coefficient 5.05 divided by 2 into the mass 0.05. Sorry, 0.5. If we substitute, it comes to be 0.05 radians per second. So all the parameters required in this equation, now they are ready. Now this equation A it reduces to A is equal to F by M. F is 15 divided by mass is 0.5 U. 15 by 0.5 into bracket of 4b square p square. 4 b value is 0.05, p is 5 p square plus omega square minus p square. Omega is 10.55 square minus p square is 5 square whole square. Now the above equation reduces to A is equal to, this becomes 30 divided by, so this term it comes to be 0.25, 5 square 25 into 100 into 4 is 100 into 0.05 square. If you make it becomes 0.25 plus into the bracket this 10.55 square is 113.30 minus 25 square it becomes 30 divided by square root of 0.25 plus 7796.89, that is equal to 30 by U, the square root of these two, it becomes 88.30, and the amplitude is going to be 0.339 meter. The next one, calculate the peak amplitude of vibration of a system whose natural frequency is 100 Hz. Nu is given. It oscillates in a resistive medium for which the value of damping per unit mass is 0.08 R by M. So that R by M is 0.08 radians per second. Under the action of external periodic force per unit mass of amplitude is 5 Newton per kg. That is the external force, the amplitude of force per unit mass, F by M, force per F by M is given, it is 5 Newton per kg with the tunable frequency. So we have to calculate the peak amplitude, the amplitude we have to calculate. Therefore the maximum amplitude of the vibration, A maximum, we have to calculate. Okay, for the maximum amplitude, what is the condition? P should be equal to omega. In resonance we have discussed, P should be equal to omega, or P square is equal to omega square. With this, the amplitude equation, the A maximum may be written as F by M 4b square p square plus omega square minus p square whole square. It becomes as omega p square is equal to omega square. So this term in the bracket it becomes 0. Therefore it reduces to F by M square root of 4b square p square, or F by M, if you simplify it becomes 2bp. Call this as equation number 1, A. Now in this equation, see already F by M is given in the data. So B and P we have to calculate. So how to calculate? So the relation with B is given by R by 2M, or 1 by 2 into R by M. It is 1 by 2 into R by M. The damping per unit mass, R by M is given 0.008. Now that 1 by 2 into 0.008 becomes 0.004 B value. And the value of P is 2 pi nu. That is 2 pi into nu. The applied frequency is 1000. It is given 1000. So if we substitute 2 pi into nu is 1000, it becomes 6284. Now this value of B and P we are going to substitute in equation number A. So this equation A reduces to A maximum, that is equal to, so F by M is 5 into 2, B value is 0.004 and P value is 6284. If you simplify it, it comes to be 0.0994 meter, or it may be taken as 0.1 meter, approximately around 0.1 meter. Now we'll move to the last numerical of this module. It is a mass of 2 kg suspended by a spring of force constant 51.26 Newton per meter. So mass is given and force constant K is also given. It is executing damped oscillation, damped simple harmonic oscillation with a damping of 5 kg per second. R is given there, damping factor R is given 5 kg per second. Fine. Now identify whether it is the case of under damping or over damping. First we have to analyze whether it is under damping or over damping. Second one, also estimate the value of damping required for the oscillation to be critically damped. With the same system for critical damping, yes, what is the value of the damping to have the critical damping? And it is given the mass of the spring is ignored. So as I said, the mass is given, 2 kg mass is suspended, the spring constant is 51.26 Newton per meter, and the damping factor is also as given, it is given R is equal to 5 kg per second. Next, to identify whether it is a over damp or under damped. Okay, now we know that omega is given by square root of K by M, or omega square is equal to K by M. So K value, force constant, is given by 51.26, M is 2 kg is applied, it comes to be 25.63, and B is R by 2M, therefore B square is equal to R square by 4M square. So substitute value of R as 5 square, 4, and mass is 2 square. If we simplify, it comes 1.5625. You call this as equation number 2. So these are the value of omega square and B square. So comparing these 1 and 2, obviously what we observe? The value of B square is less than omega square. So this, the value of B square less than omega square, it corresponds to the under damping. Therefore, whatever the execution is there, spring it is executing, it is under damping. Now for the same this under damping, if it has to be critically damping, what is the value of the R we have to calculate? Now for critical damping, we observed that B square is equal to omega square, they are equal. Now what is the value of B square? R square by 4M square is equal to omega square. Now rearranging the terms here, R it becomes 2M into square root of omega square. Now substituting 2 into mass is 2 kg into square root of omega square, or previously we have calculated above. The omega square value is 25.63. Now if we substitute square root of 25.63, the value of the damping is R is 20.25 kg per second. Therefore, the value of damping required for the oscillation to be critically damped is 20.25 kg per second. So with this, the theoretical part and the numericals with the oscillation waves, they are complete, and in the next class we are going to discuss something about the shock waves.